everybody, welcome back to Bumble Stitches Vlogmas. It's December the 9th, so it's day 9 of my Vlogmas. My name's Nicola and it's lovely to have you all back with me today sharing December. I hope you all had a nice evening and day since I last saw you. Thank you all for all your lovely comments on yesterday's Vlogmas. Milo visited, as you saw, and yeah, he was on the whole very well behaved. He just can't help the mischief though. He is a cheeky boy. But thank you for all your lovely comments. And as I mentioned yesterday, there are a few questions popping up in the comments. Do keep putting your questions there and I will sort of collate them all and do a little Q&A on one of the Vlogmas videos, perhaps next week. So the 9th of December, it's still single digits, and I'm okay with that. But when we hit tomorrow and you start getting to December double digits, then I think the panic starts to set in a little bit. I've still got quite a lot of things to do, but today I thought I might have a little bit of fun in the kitchen. I do like to make a few little sweet treats for Christmas, and some can be prepared in advance, so that's what I have planned for today. But I've got 2 advents to open this morning. I have got number 9 from the Stitchery. This feels quite interesting, quite a chunky surprise in there. And I have number 5 from my So Sweet Violet advent calendar from Jules. And again, this feels quite intriguing. It's quite a chunky. Should we open this one first? Let's have a little look. And it is so much fun sharing these with you all. Okay, another bag inside, and can you see Christmas pudding? I'm reading this backwards. Christmas pudding soy candle by the veganbunnycompany.co.uk. Now I know that Jules had a candle out a while ago in her shop that was from the same company, and that was absolutely delicious smelling. So shall we have a little look? Lovely sort of natural creamy white candles, and there are 6 of them in there. Beautiful. And they have that lovely smell of cloves and cinnamon. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. I'm thrilled with those. And onto the Stitchery. It's been like Christmas every day really, hasn't it? It looks like, yeah, little notes. Can you see? Let me show you. Little notes. 2 beautiful little notebooks, and the back has got a beautiful hexy patchwork print. I suppose I'm going to have to take the twine off and show you, aren't I? Because that's a bit mean. Again, when things are so beautifully wrapped, you don't want to. You just want to keep them like that, don't you? Because they look so pretty. But I can always pop that back on. But let's have a little look at the actual books. So we have 2 little notebooks. Aren't they adorable? And just lined paper inside. And take time to make your soul happy. And even the little bit of design there. Aren't they lovely? I think the other one's probably, oh, another verse there. Love and kindness are never wasted. And then just Nikki's details at the back. Those are beautiful, and there's quite a lot of pages in each one, so they will be perfect for little notes for projects or anything really, or more than likely they will sit somewhere just looking gorgeous because I don't want to mess them up with my handwriting, but they are beautiful as always. So I'll go and get things ready, and if you want to, you can join me in the kitchen. I'm no professional, so we'll just see what happens, but I'll catch you later. I've just got the Christmas cookbooks out, or my 2 favourite Christmas cookbooks. There's a few things in these books that I made last year and a couple of things I'd like to try this year. But this particular one, the Nigella Lawson Nigella Christmas, is a really good book. I'm sure lots of you have already got it. Let's see if I can see. This particular recipe here, the sticky gingerbread, I made last year and it's absolutely divine. I am unfortunately the only one in the house that likes it, but Mum likes it, so I like to give some to her. But it does freeze really, really well. So if you cut it, sort of make it like a tray bake almost, and cut it, and you can just pop it into the freezer and get a piece out when you want it. But that's a definite for this year. And I thought I would also try have a go at these Christmas chocolate biscuits or cookies. As you can see, they look delicious and everybody likes chocolate biscuits, so that's definitely going to be a winner. So I think I'll pop those on the list of things to make. But this is, I highly recommend this one if you're in the market for a new Christmas cookbook this year. And of course the other one is good old Delia Smith's Christmas. I use this more for the savoury recipes. It does have an absolutely beautiful inside cover with all the vintage baubles that I think is just stunning. And I've made a few things out of this one, notably last year, which was delicious, was, if I can just find it, excuse me while I just flick. Yes, it was this one. Tomato tart with Swiss cheese and rosemary. And that is absolutely beautiful. Just for those in between days, in between Christmas and New Year, when you still want sort of things that you wouldn't normally sort of have on a day-to-day basis, just sort of make a bit more effort. Yeah, I highly recommend that as well. So that's two of my favourite Christmas cooking books. And today I'm going to have a go. Now this is just a printout, it's not a glamorous book. I'm going to have a go at these Christmas meringue trees. And I got this recipe, I saw it actually on Hobbycraft's Instagram page, and you could click on the link in their bio to get the ingredients and the directions and so on. I mean, it's just basic meringue. The only thing I don't have is the nozzle that they recommend for piping, but I've got a similar one, so I'm just going to give it a go and see how they turn out. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not a professional. It could all go horribly wrong and give you some good chuckles. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a go at these in the kitchen, and yeah, come and join me. Hi, so we're in the kitchen now, obviously. I've got everything ready so that we can do the Christmas tree meringues. I'll just show you what I've got out. Obviously this recipe's available on Hobbycraft, but just to show you that I've got everything ready. So I've got the mixer all ready. You have to make sure when you're making meringues that you have a really super clean bowl so there's no grease in it. That can hinder the whisking properties of the egg white. For the egg white, I'm actually using this, which is the egg white that you buy in the carton. It's all free range egg white, completely fresh, but it just means you don't waste all the egg yolks. So I've put the required amount in a little cup here. I've got my caster sugar all weighed out. I've got some Christmas sprinkles, all different types in here. And I've got some green food colouring to make the meringue green, to make our little Christmas trees. I've got these, I buy these in Lakeland. These are just the disposable piping bags. I'm hoping it's going to be big enough actually, but I can always fill it up again, can't I? So I've got that ready. And as I mentioned, I don't have the star nozzle that they recommend. I've got these two. And I'm going to give this one a whirl first, and hopefully that will turn out all right. I've got my baking sheet ready. I've got one of these silicone non-stick baking tray liners. And yes, I think we are good to go. Okay, so I've got everything ready so that you can see it. Hopefully you can see that clearly, and you won't be able to see me, but that won't hurt. So I'm going to start off by popping the egg whites into the bowl. And then we're just going to give these a good whisk till they're nice and glossy, and I'll speed this bit up because you don't want to just sit there and watch egg whites going. Okay, Next step is to add the green food colouring so we can make the Christmas trees. And I'm going to be cautious with this. I don't want to put, so I'm just going to put a couple of drops in, and we'll whisk that in and see how it goes. Excuse if you can hear the washing machine. I was hoping it would be finished by now, but I think the meringue's over whipped and it's not going to pipe into the Christmas tree shapes. So I'm going to go for it anyway, and it'll be a giggle for us all. And we can just call them Christmas kisses, can't we? If they don't look like Christmas trees, they can just be something else. So let's just do it and see what happens. Right. Are you ready? We're going in. Let's just see if we can start. Yeah, they're just going to be little Christmas meringue kisses. That's what I'm going to call them. Yeah, as you can see, they're just like blobs, basically. They're just blobs. So I'm just going to wipe my hands off and put some sprinkles on for what it's worth. And should I put them in the oven, or might just be a job for the bin? What do we think? Do you know what? I think we're going to give this up as a bad job, and I'll try some bacon another day. But thanks for joining me, and if you need a caterer, don't call me.